Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I am so grateful you've joined me today, and I can't wait to dive into something that has the power to change your life. Life is not a stage where we are called to play the role of the agreeable, compromising, ever smiling individual who carries everyone else's burdens while neglecting her own. There is a difference between being a kind woman and being the nice girl. Kindness is a fruit of strength. Being nice at the cost of your identity is a fruit of fear. You were not created to bend and break under the weight of others' expectations. Too often, women are conditioned to prioritize pleasing others over their own purpose. But let me tell you something, your purpose is too precious to be buried under the need to keep the peace at all costs. The moment you understand your value, you will begin to draw lines that protect your worth. Boundaries are not barriers, they are safeguards. They protect the treasure of your time, your energy, and your mind. When you say no, you're not rejecting people, you're affirming yourself. And that affirmation is vital because the world will only value you to the extent that you value yourself. Being nice often seeks approval, but being authentic seeks alignment with who you were created to be. The greatest tragedy is not rejection from others, it is the rejection of your own voice. When you compromise your principles just to be accepted, you lose sight of the unique design that makes you irreplaceable. Your life has a purpose, and that purpose requires focus. It demands that you prioritize your goals, not just as an option, but as a necessity. Sacrificing your dreams on the altar of others' convenience will only leave you empty. It's time to reclaim your vision and walk in alignment with it, unapologetically. Being kind doesn't mean being a doormat. Kindness requires wisdom, discernment, and courage. A truly kind heart knows when to say yes, but it also knows when to say no with grace. Don't confuse the two because kindness serves both others and yourself, while niceness often serves neither. When you cultivate inner strength, you unlock the courage to face life with boldness. You begin to understand that being true to your values is not selfish, it's necessary. You owe it to yourself and to the world to live authentically, not as a shadow of what others expect you to be. Not everyone deserves your time or your energy. Your capacity to love, to give, to nurture is priceless. Use it wisely. Don't cast your pearls before swine or allow unworthy hands to diminish your light. Your energy is a gift, and gifts are meant to be treasured. So stop being the nice girl, be the woman who is strong, kind, and unshakable. Be the woman who knows her worth, stands her ground, and walks with purpose. Because when you rise into your full potential, you inspire others to do the same. And that, my friends, is how you change the world. Your worth is not determined by how much you can accommodate the desires and expectations of others. Too often, we fall into the trap of thinking that our value is tied to how much we give, how much we sacrifice, or how well we make others happy, even at the cost of our own joy and well-being. But let me tell you something, this is a lie that robs you of your true potential. You are not here to live for the applause of others. The moment you begin to measure your value by their approval, you hand them the power to dictate your life. Pleasing others may bring temporary validation, but it will never bring lasting fulfillment. True fulfillment comes when you align your actions with your purpose, your passions, and your principles. This doesn't mean you stop caring about others. It means you recognize that there's a difference between helping someone out of love and overextending yourself out of fear. Fear of rejection, fear of not being liked, fear of disappointing someone. Those fears are chains, and they will keep you bound if you let them. Valuing yourself is about understanding that your time, your energy, and your peace are precious resources. When you give them away without discernment, you deplete yourself. But when you value yourself, you start making decisions that honor your well-being. You stop apologizing for saying no to things that don't align with your purpose. You stop feeling guilty for putting your needs and priorities first. Loving yourself is not selfish, it's necessary. When you value yourself, you show others how to value you. When you respect yourself, you teach others to respect you. And when you prioritize your growth, you inspire those around you to do the same. Remember, you cannot pour from an empty cup. If you're constantly pouring out to others without replenishing yourself, eventually you'll have nothing left to give. So stop seeking to please everyone else at the expense of your own happiness. Instead, focus on living a life that pleases the one person you'll always be with you. Make decisions that honor your goals, protect your peace, and align with your purpose. Because when you value yourself, you give the world permission to see your worth. And that is the foundation of a truly impactful life. Setting boundaries is one of the most powerful acts of self-respect you can practice, yet it often comes with a sense of guilt. Many of us have been conditioned to believe that saying no is unkind or selfish, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Boundaries are not walls to keep people out, they are safeguards to protect your well-being, your time, and your energy. When you set boundaries, you are not rejecting others, you are affirming yourself. You are saying, this is where I stand. This is what I can give, and this is what I cannot. It's an act of clarity, both for you and for those around you. Boundaries are not about pushing people away, but about creating a space where healthy relationships can thrive. Without boundaries, relationships often become one-sided, draining, and unbalanced. The guilt you feel when setting boundaries often stems from a misplaced sense of responsibility. You may feel that you are letting others down or that you are being unfair. But consider this, if you continuously give without limits, who will take care of you? Sacrificing your needs to avoid disappointing others leads to resentment, burnout, and even a loss of self-identity. By setting boundaries, you are not being unkind, you are being honest. And honesty is the foundation of any meaningful relationship. When you clearly communicate your limits, you give others the opportunity to understand and respect your needs. Those who truly care for you will appreciate your boundaries, not resent them. They will see that you value yourself enough to protect your energy, and they will value you more for it. Remember, boundaries are not just about saying no to others, they are also about saying yes to yourself. They allow you to focus on what truly matters in your life, whether it's your goals, your health, or your peace of mind. They give you the freedom to prioritize without the weight of unnecessary obligations. Let go of the guilt that tells you boundaries are selfish. They are a form of self-love and self-preservation. You are not here to be everything to everyone. You are here to fulfill your purpose, to nurture your own growth, and to build relationships that are rooted in mutual respect and understanding. Setting boundaries allows you to do all of this with confidence and grace. So when you set a boundary, stand firm in it, do it with kindness, but also with conviction. You don't owe anyone an explanation for valuing yourself. Those who truly respect you will honor your boundaries, and those who don't were never meant to have unlimited access to you. Authenticity is one of the most liberating and powerful traits you can embrace. It is about living in alignment with your true self, your values, and your unique purpose. Yet, too many people trade authenticity for approval, chasing validation from others at the expense of their own identity. But let me tell you something, seeking approval may earn you temporary acceptance, but it will never bring you lasting peace or fulfillment. When you live for approval, you begin to mold yourself into what others expect or desire. You silence your voice, suppress your dreams, and compromise your principles just to fit in or avoid rejection. Over time, this creates an internal conflict, a battle between who you are and who you're pretending to be. That conflict will drain your energy, stifle your creativity, and leave you feeling empty because you are not honoring the person you were designed to be. Authenticity, on the other hand, is about standing firm in your truth, even when it's uncomfortable. It's about having the courage to express yourself fully without fear of judgment or rejection. It means showing up as you are, flaws and all, because you recognize that your worth is not determined by others' opinions. When you embrace authenticity, you discover a profound sense of freedom. You no longer feel the need to explain yourself or seek permission to be who you are. Understand this, not everyone will like or agree with you when you are authentic, and that's okay. Your life is not meant to be lived for the approval of the crowd. It is meant to fulfill a specific purpose. The right people, the ones who truly value you, will respect and appreciate you for who you are, not for who you pretend to be. Living authentically also means being honest with yourself. It requires self-reflection and the willingness to confront any areas where you may have compromised your values for the sake of acceptance. This is not about blaming yourself, but about reclaiming your power to live boldly and unapologetically. When you choose authenticity over approval, you unlock the potential to make a real impact. Pretending to be something you're not might win temporary applause, but it is your authentic self that carries the power to inspire others and bring lasting change. People are drawn to authenticity because it's rare, it's real, and it's a reflection of courage. So let go of the need for constant approval. Trust that being true to yourself is enough. Your authenticity is your strength, your voice, and your gift to the world. When you walk in it, you will attract the opportunities, relationships, and experiences that align with your purpose. You will no longer chase validation because you'll know deep within that you are already complete just as you are. Your goals are the compass that guide your life. They represent your dreams, your aspirations, and the unique contribution you are meant to make in this world. Yet so often we allow distractions, obligations, and the demands of others to pull us away from what truly matters. If you don't make your goals a priority, no one else will. And if you don't fight for your vision, it will remain just that, a vision, never realized, never lived. Prioritizing your goals begins with recognizing their importance. Your goals are not just tasks on a to-do list, they are a reflection of your purpose and potential. When you push them aside for temporary pleasures or endless commitments to others, you are not just delaying progress, you are delaying the fulfillment of your destiny. Time is your most valuable resource, and how you spend it determines the life you create. Achieving your goals requires focus, and focus requires saying no to what doesn't align with your purpose. This isn't easy, especially when people around you have expectations or when distractions promise quick gratification. But every yes to something unimportant is a no to your dreams. You must have the courage to prioritize your goals above fleeting demands or the fear of disappointing others. This doesn't mean you neglect your responsibilities or relationships. It means you find balance. It means learning to allocate your energy wisely, ensuring that the majority of it is directed toward what truly moves the needle in your life. Your goals deserve your best effort, not the leftovers of your time and energy. Prioritizing your goals also requires discipline. Motivation may get you started, but discipline keeps you going. There will be days when it feels easier to procrastinate, to give in to distractions, or to settle for mediocrity. But discipline reminds you that every small step counts. Every hour invested in your dreams is a brick laid in the foundation of your success. It's important to remember that your goals are not just for you, they have a ripple effect on others. When you live with purpose and pursue your aspirations, you inspire those around you. You show them what's possible when someone is committed and focused. By prioritizing your goals, you give others permission to do the same in their own lives. Don't let fear hold you back. Sometimes we delay pursuing our goals because we're afraid of failure, judgment, or even success. But remember this, the greatest regret is not failure, it's never trying. Even if you stumble, you learn. Even if you fall short, you grow. But if you never begin, you rob yourself of the chance to achieve something extraordinary. So make your goals a priority, write them down, revisit them often, and take intentional steps every day to move closer to them. Let your actions reflect your commitment to what matters most. Because when you prioritize your goals, you are not just creating a better future, you are becoming the person you were always meant to be. There is a significant difference between being nice and being kind, yet many people confuse the two. Being nice often involves avoiding conflict, saying yes to everything, and putting others' feelings above your own, even at your expense. It is rooted in a desire to be liked or accepted, often driven by fear of rejection or judgment. Kindness, on the other hand, is a strength that comes from a place of authenticity, wisdom, and compassion. When you are being nice, you may prioritize keeping the peace over standing up for what is right. You might agree to things you don't truly want to do, overextend yourself, or suppress your opinions just to maintain harmony. This behavior often leads to resentment, exhaustion, and a loss of self-identity because you are constantly putting others' needs above your own. Kindness, however, is different. It requires courage and discernment. A kind person is considerate and empathetic but does not compromise their values or well-being to please others. Kindness involves being honest even when the truth is uncomfortable. It means setting boundaries when necessary, not because you are unkind, but because you understand that real compassion starts with self-respect. Being kind allows you to give from a place of abundance, not obligation. It is a choice that acknowledges both your needs and the needs of others, creating relationships that are built on mutual respect and understanding. Kindness does not mean being a pushover, it means being thoughtful and intentional. It values sincerity over superficiality. When you understand this difference, you begin to free yourself from the pressure to always be nice. You stop seeking validation through self-sacrifice and start living with integrity. Kindness uplifts others without diminishing yourself, while being nice often leaves you depleted and unseen. Choose kindness, and you'll find that it empowers you to live authentically and connect meaningfully with those around you. Inner strength is the foundation of a resilient and purposeful life. It is not about being unshakable in the face of challenges, but about developing the capacity to rise each time you fall. Cultivating inner strength requires you to build confidence in yourself, trust in your abilities, and faith in your purpose. It is a journey of self-discovery and growth that equips you to navigate life's storms with courage and grace. To cultivate inner strength, you must first develop a mindset that embraces challenges as opportunities for growth. Life will not always go as planned, and difficulties are inevitable. But within every struggle lies a lesson, and within every setback is the seed of a comeback. Inner strength grows when you stop asking, why me, and start asking, what can I learn from this? This shift in perspective empowers you to see obstacles not as barriers, but as stepping stones. Self-discipline is another key to building inner strength. Discipline teaches you to stay committed to your goals even when motivation wanes. It's the ability to say no to distractions, persevere through hardships, and stay focused on what truly matters. With each small victory over procrastination or self-doubt, your inner strength grows stronger. Emotional resilience is also critical. It's about learning to manage your emotions instead of letting them control you. This doesn't mean suppressing your feelings, but understanding them and responding thoughtfully. When you practice self-awareness and mindfulness, you develop the ability to remain calm and clear-headed in the face of adversity. Cultivating inner strength also requires you to nurture a sense of self-worth. When you recognize your intrinsic value, you stop relying on external validation to feel confident. You learn to trust yourself, make decisions aligned with your values, and stand firm in your beliefs, even if others disagree. Inner strength is not something you are born with. It's something you build moment by moment, choice by choice. It grows through every challenge you face, every fear you overcome, and every step you take toward becoming the best version of yourself. As you cultivate this strength, you become unstoppable, capable of facing life with unwavering determination and a heart full of purpose. Your energy is one of your most valuable resources. It fuels your thoughts, actions, and interactions, and yet many people expend it carelessly, leaving themselves drained and unfulfilled. To live a purposeful and impactful life, you must learn to be wise with your energy. This means being intentional about where, how, and with whom you invest it. Being wise with your energy starts with recognizing that it is finite. No matter how strong or capable you are, your energy has limits, and spreading yourself too thin will leave you depleted. This is why it is crucial to prioritize. Ask yourself what truly matters, what aligns with my values and goals. When you focus your energy on what is meaningful, you accomplish more and feel more fulfilled. Not every situation or person deserves your attention. There are those who will drain your energy without giving anything in return, whether through negativity, unnecessary drama, or endless demands. It's important to identify these energy leaks and set boundaries. Saying no to what doesn't serve your growth is not selfish, it's essential. Protecting your energy